This has been one of the most important developments in my life in terms of ending and creating the real possibility that we're going to end or significantly diminish police misconduct. Because if it weren't for the camera that captured every detail of Garner's unfortunate death at the hands of the police, the issue would be by no means as clear as it has become. Instead of arguing over whether it happened and the quality of the witnesses and all of the sideshows that go along with these tragedies, we have clear proof. And so I am encouraged that by doing two things, we can put a real dent in this problem. First thing is cameras on every police officer who has anything to do with dealing with the public. And to put teeth in those requirements to make sure that there are no gaps, that officers get severely punished if they take their camera off or if they decide not to maintain the battery or the inner workings of the camera. And the second thing is that we need special prosecutors whose limited franchise is dealing with police brutality with an emphasis on the very serious cases. And those two things can avoid what we call the conflict of interest problem. Prosecutors have to work very closely on a day-to-day basis with the very police officers and police departments that they will have to prosecute when these unfortunate tragedies take place. And by creating special prosecutors who don't have that working relationship and whose sole job is to look at these cases carefully and with built-in accountability so that they are not the dumping grounds where these cases never live, we can really solve that part of the problem and bring these kinds of police to justice. Murphy, Falcon, and Murphy have always done significant police brutality work over the years. We've been the champions of doing more, not doing less. And we have gotten the record-breaking verdicts in our jurisdiction and in other jurisdictions as well, all over the country, because we take these cases extraordinarily seriously. They're very personal to us. We have been the victims of this kind of misconduct. I've had to train my children how to survive police encounters without fatalities or serious injuries occurring. This is part of what you have to do as a black parent. And so we have a real sensitivity about it. I've created a video, which the firm financed, called The 10 Rules of Dealing with the Police. And that, along with the excellent Chris Rock video, are kind of the rules of the road so that people can prevent these kinds of encounters by adjusting their own personal conduct with the police. So on every level of this problem, the Murphy firm has been involved for the past 44 years in eliminating the problem and making sure that the people who are harmed by the police are fairly compensated. That turns out to be one of the toughest parts of this equation, and we've gotten record-breaking verdicts. Our verdicts stand as the highest collected verdicts, collectible verdicts in the history of Maryland jurisprudence. We also got a $6.5 million verdict or settlement in New Jersey, and we've gotten settlements in other parts of the country as well. New York City, we got a couple of $1 million for a subway shooting encounter with a subway cop. I could go on. And so we have a real commitment to this. We're looking for these cases because we want there to be justice as the outcome. So if you want the complete package of people that have every aspect of this kind of case down pat and who have the most successful record of getting large verdict settlements, that would be us.